Hello, hello all. Welcome. Okay, so if you're drawn to this video, it'll be in the description. The candles, the candle wax. Spirit came through loud and clear and said that you have been burning the candlestick at both ends, burning both sides of the wick. So what does that mean? It means your candle's gonna burn out twice as fast. It means your energy is gonna be zapped, low, fatigued. I feel like some of you are not necessarily feeling that because you might be ignoring, okay, pun intended, the burnout. But Spirit was letting me know that you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to make a choice. Now, they also told me two different things here, okay, before we jump into the cards. The channeled first part of the message here, that for some of you, this is going to be just as simple as leading too busy of a lifestyle, spreading yourself too thin, like volunteering to drive the kids places and showing up for work and taking your partner to work and saying, oh, okay, I'll do that and I'll stay up late and I'll do the dishes and I'll cook the dinner and I'll clean this and I'll take the dog for a walk, just putting too much on your plate. As simple as that. But Spirit also has a deeper message for someone here, or maybe both of them apply to you, that you are burning both ends of the candle by being two different versions of yourself. Okay, showing up this way to some people, and then there's something about you that other people, you are fearful they would not accept it, they would not expect it. And so you're keeping it to yourself, but you're being this version of yourself. They're showing me some pretty extreme examples. So I'm not going to go into them in this space. I'm just going to allow you to apply that in the way that it makes sense for you, collective. Okay. What cards do you want to go with first? I think we actually want to jump into these first. Okay, because they're saying that you're going to have to choose, though. So if it's choosing between two versions of yourself, then of course the information is for you to choose the most authentic version of yourself, no matter how difficult that seems. The truth is, it's always more difficult to be a fake version of yourself because you have to show up to a performance every day. You have to constantly check yourself to make sure that you don't say the wrong thing or wear the wrong thing or talk to the wrong person at the wrong time, because it's a performance. Whereas if you're being your full self, well, you're just ready to go all the time because you can just say what you're thinking and say what you feel and show up, as you are. You don't have to think about what is okay and what is safe and what will be accepted in this environment. You're not having to turn parts of yourself on and off for every room that you walk into. What are the messages for this collective? They're burning both ends of the wick. They're burning the candle. And for some of you, they're showing it like the candle like whittling down to the middle. So it's like you're going to come to that tower moment if you don't realize this on your own and start making these choices. Then it's like, oh, this part of you that you were hiding winds up getting exposed. Like, oh, someone saw a video of you doing this thing that you were hiding, or a friend from this portion of your life walked in on you having lunch with a friend from this portion of your life. It's like somewhere the things are going to get jammed up. Or if you're just that person that was, taking too many things on their plate, you're going to forget to go to this practice, or you're going to have to miss this appointment because you've overscheduled yourself. Somewhere it's going to fall apart because you're no longer being allowed. I don't like saying that, but that's the way Spirit is bringing it through. You're no longer being allowed to operate on both ends. Yeah, so this message is coming through early so that you can protect yourself, so that you can have the power to choose how this information comes out or how you rebalance and delegate these things if you have too many things on your plate. All right, compassion. So have compassion for yourself and others will have compassion for you. Yeah, if you handle this ahead of time, it will be handled in a more compassionate way. Whereas if you just keep on burning both ends of the candle, it's going to burn out in the center. And they're showing me those ends are going to meet and it's going to be explosive, right? So it's going to affect not only you, but it's going to affect the people around you. And it's like it would bring in all those negative things that you're trying to avoid by keeping the life separate or keeping all these things balanced. But if you choose right now to stop burning both ends of the wick and you allow yourself to come into your authenticity and your truth, or set boundaries with the schedule, it will work out better for you. And other people will be able to have compassion if you choose to communicate your truth. Like, you know what, that was just too much for me, or this is why I was hiding this version of myself. I hope you can accept me. People will find compassion if you communicate it. But if they discover it on their own, or you let them down all of a sudden when they had become accustomed to counting on you, then it's going to turn into that explosiveness that you're trying to avoid. I hope that's making sense for you all. So you're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break. They want you to really hear that. Give yourself a break, collective. Instead of being a taskmaster on yourself, a bully to yourself, and a horrible friend to yourself, be a loving comforter who always has your back. I added to yourself because that's what Spirit was saying, is that you're going to have to be kind to yourself first and foremost. You're never protecting someone else if you're degrading yourself in that process, or you're hurting yourself in that process. That's not real love. That's not pure energy. So it's never going to work out. It's always going to have to fall apart. Especially going forward in these new earth energies, things are going to have to get more real. Caring connection. This is connecting with the truth of yourself. A new supportive relationship is on the horizon. It might be a kindred spirit, or possibly even romance. It could be someone new, or the deepening of an existing relationship. Open your heart to this new connection. So this is a great message, because this is about the people that are already around you being able to accept that you're no longer going to burn both ends of the wick. They're going to be able to accept if you need to put something down, or if you need to incorporate something in, because it's the truth of yourself. There's going to be a caring connection. But this is also just you feeling more connected in your life as a whole, because you're not so disconnected running around with all the different things on your plate, or again, performing as one version of yourself over here and one version of yourself over there. And if that's your message, again, this feels like something super deep, like a super big deal, not surface level. Like, you know, I can see why you would be in fear about revealing this part of yourself to someone else. Now, I don't bring through those energies of negativity, so we're not talking about something that's harmful or hurtful, but just, you know, something that goes very deep, something that would be really vulnerable for you to share with other people. But you're going to get a more caring connection from yourself. By being honest with yourself, you're going to feel more connected and more rooted, and just better able to operate every day in the truth of who you are, if you will take that step. Okay, protect came out. Again, Spirit is letting you know that this message is a message of protection for you, because it's saying go ahead and step at this from a powerful place by choosing to get honest with yourself, by choosing to put down the different versions and become just the truest version of yourself before it happens for you. Because if not, an exposure is coming, is the word that they want to come through. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. So that's, you know, taking that rest, putting it down. Like, you know, if you don't put down the extra activities, then you might start to make yourself sick from it, you know, or like your energy gets so low, and your gut health isn't good from all of it. So your immune system is down a little bit. So you start to get sick all the time. Stuff like that will start to happen if you don't take this step to protect yourself, is what Spirit is bringing through. Now, always remember, this is a tarot reading. This is not medical advice. You always go seek out the advice of a doctor. You check on yourself. You take care of yourself. This is just for entertainment purposes, right? Okay? It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. So, and this is coming out at the top of the new year if you're watching it when it first comes out. So this is a perfect time, Spirit is saying, to set some new expectations, or to reveal what it is that you need to reveal. Do we want more cards from here, Spirit? Okay. I feel like it'll be difficult for you to take these steps. But ultimately, it's like you'll make the choice to make these steps. And they're showing me just kind of like that ripping the Band-Aid energy off, and they're showing me some hair coming out with the Band-Aid. So Spirit is letting me know, like, yeah, this isn't going to be comfortable for collective. It's not. We don't want to lie to them. It's not just going to be like, oh, great, I got a tarot reading, so now I'm totally comfortable. Now I can just go do it. It's not like that. But it is the advice for you to reassess the situation. To reassess, look at this person. There's two versions of them. As above, so below is coming through. And I mean, that's the image that we're talking about, burning the candle at both ends. But it's time to reassess. You can't keep doing this, is what Spirit wants to let you know. It's going to burn you out. Okay, depleted. Yes, at the bottom of the deck, you're feeling depleted. If you're noticing yourself feeling more uninspired or just kind of depressed and you don't know why, or like low mood, it's like before maybe going over here and being this version of yourself felt exciting and like risky and fun and trying something new, but now it's feeling depleting. It's because that was an opportunity for you to explore this, and now you need to incorporate it. They keep saying integrate, integrate, integrate. You're supposed to integrate. It's not that you're supposed to hate the shadow part of yourself. You're supposed to integrate, which is saying to accept, to heal, to allow, to embrace yourself, your truth. All right, deep messages coming through. Honor yourself. Wow, it's gonna feel so good to honor yourself. It's gonna feel so freaking good to honor yourself. And honestly, if no one else puts the crown on you, you are gonna show up to put the crown on yourself. Those hands are lifted there. In praise, in freedom, you're not having to hold this back anymore. You're not having to hide this. You're not having to hold in that version of yourself. You're gonna honor yourself, and you're gonna feel so freaking good. Even blended with any pain or concern or fear that comes up with this, Spirit is saying it's going to ultimately feel so much better to just honor yourself and to let go of this self-doubt, because now you don't have to doubt anymore. Will these people love me if I don't show up and perform, if I'm not the person to run all of the errands and pay all of the bills and take on all of the responsibility, if I don't continue to be that version of myself? You don't have to doubt anymore. You'll figure out who is there for you, who loves you, who supports you, because the people that truly love you most purely, they're going to come in and say, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were struggling with that. Let me help you. I can take care of this appointment. I can drive here. I can go there. I can take care of this. What can we do? Let's get together and look at our schedules and see how we can make this work. I want to take the burden off of you and make it easier for you. They're showing me the 10 of Wands, but it's like you have to speak up for people to know, because they have just accepted this version of you because you were making it look like that's what you were. But this is giving the 2 of Wands energy. There's something here on the horizon. This might come out by the next full moon. You might choose to speak up about this, and you also might find yourself feeling like just at the end of your rope by that next full moon, or within the next full cycle of the moon, is what Spirit is bringing through as well. Yeah. Let's read this one as well. It seems powerful. You are questioning yourself, the self-doubt, and unable to move forward. Don't let fear hold you back. You have the strength and power to see it through. Now is the time to break free from this limiting pattern. So you might think that you're such a performer and you're doing so many amazing things, or you've given yourself an outlet where you can express yourself. Spirit really wants to bring through for someone in the collective here. This might even have something to do with your let's say sexuality or gender identity even. Okay, they're bringing it through really heavily, so take it if it resonates for you, leave it if it doesn't. This will apply in so many ways, but for someone, that is confirmation coming through that it's like you've been leading a double life in that sense, and it's time for this again to be integrated, to forgive yourself for feeling the way that you feel, for forgiving yourself for not being the version of you that others desired for you to be. Because look at this again. There's another image over here. They're bringing through the word superimposed. So it's like you superimpose this version of yourself, this hologram of yourself. It's not the real you. It's time to integrate what you've been saying. Some of you might have even been trying to say like, oh, that's not the real me. That's just something that I'm exploring. That's just something that I'm doing for now. But it's like, this is not something that's going to go away. This is something that's a part of who you are. And it's time to integrate it. It's time to get honest. It's time to forgive yourself, because some of you feel like you'll let someone down if you tell them the truth about who you are. And it's time to forgive yourself for that. Withholding forgiveness only hurts you and prolongs the pain. It's time to forgive someone, or maybe even yourself. Perfect. So you can stay on the path of your highest potential. Because again, Spirit wants you to know that you are protected on this pathway. That's why they're coming through talking to you about it right now. The Two of Wands energy, it's time to move forward. But again, you're going to feel so good when you choose to honor yourself, when you crown yourself, when you stand in your authority and your truth. I wasn't going to go to those, but I actually really want to get some of these angel messages for you. All right, what are the angel messages from the collective's angels? They're there for you. They're crowding around. They're cheering for you. You will feel their support. They are showing me someone crying in a pillow, but it's that bittersweet, those bittersweet tears. That like, it's time to put down this old version of yourself. It is time to allow yourself to rest, to set healthy boundaries, and to be the truth, and to be there for yourself. Look, yes, confirmation. Confirmation to, yes, you are beautiful. Yes, you are deserving. Yes, you are worthy. Yes, your angels are encouraging you. If you've been watching this video saying, is it really time? Do I really have to say something? Do I really have to move forward? Yes. And they're saying, yes, little one. Like, they're there encouraging you. Like, yes, you can do this. You can let them know the truth. That you're tired of living a double life. That you're tired of the facade. That you're tired of keeping up with that busy schedule because it's for someone else. It's not for you. Look, no need to worry. No need to worry. No need to worry. Throw it in the fire. Let it be transmuted. Each of these people's hands are up, and we have hands up here. What does that mean? It means surrender, and it means receive. Surrender and receive. I'm going to get a couple more of these cards here because I feel them speaking to you. But you're going to surrender this information, and you're going to receive the love that pours back into you from the universe, from the new friends around you, from the new connections around you, or from those people that want to help you and support you and be there with you on a part of your truest journey. Because remember, we have the caring connection card there. There's someone that understands you more than you know circulating around you right now. It's up to you. One more card, Spirit, from their angel messages for the collective. All right. Look. Forgiveness. Again. Do you see that? Okay, and everything in this reading is just confirmation on confirmation on confirmation on confirmation, because on confirmation of the, and this person's hands are up again. I mean, surrender this to the universe. Surrender this to love. Surrender yourself to the light. That's what they're saying, is like, quit going into hiding yourself is darkness. Burning at both ends of the wick because you're afraid to let someone else down, because you're afraid they won't love you if you don't make everything happen for them. That's darkness. That's falsehood. That's fake. That's not pure. That's not love. That's not light. You're surrendering yourself to the light, though. You're coming over to the light. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of people in your life if you felt like they wouldn't understand. Forgiveness, because forgiveness is freedom. You're freeing yourself from that old story, allowing connections to come in, really truly choosing to honor yourself. What is this card? It's up to you. It's up to you. So, you know, this is what we say in all tarot readings. It's up to you. You don't have to act on this, but Spirit is letting you know that that tower moment is going to come where the exposure is going to happen or the schedule is going to fall apart. But it's up to you how and when you handle this. There's something better. Yeah, there's something better than living this life with these different versions of yourself, the two different versions of yourself. But everything is just mirrored in these cards because you're getting forgiveness and forgiveness. So again, that's showing us You over here, you over there. That's showing us the two ends of the candle being burnt. You're going to burn yourself out. Forgive yourself if you feel like you're letting someone down, if you can't keep up with the old ways. Also, there's times and there's seasons in your life. So for a time, this might have felt good to you. Again, you might have been able to keep up with this, but now is a different time and you have to reassess the situation. There's something better. There's a better version. There's a better solution. There's a better opportunity for you if you integrate this. All right, let's close out with some tarot. Close out with some tarot. I think I'm going to get you a crystal card as well. All right. Is there any messages to help the collective on how the heck they're supposed to make this transition? I think that's what you would need to know right now. How can they get this information out? What's going to help them do it? How the heck can they do it? I feel like someone's really saying that. Okay. I'm going to get all the cards out and then we'll talk about them. Whew. The World. Okay. How can collective do it? I feel this card really, really, really wants to come out. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so 9 of Wands in the reverse. Don't struggle with this anymore. 7 of Pentacles, this is already in motion. Someone else around you is already seeing that, like, you're not keeping up with all the stuff that's on your plate anymore. They're starting to see tiredness in your face. Someone might have literally said that to you recently, like, oh, you look like you're getting more gray hairs, or you're looking tired, which can come across mean, but it sounds like Spirit is saying it's from someone who's really close to you, like a spouse or a person who can talk to you like that and just kind of get raw and real with you. And they're like, hey, I'm noticing you're looking like, you know, this is taking a toll on you, or you're struggling, or like you've been leaving 5 minutes late every day. Like, are you sure there's nothing you need to talk about? Or someone has already noticed something about you, like an article of clothing that you forgot to take off when you came home from this other version of your life. I know that's really specific, but Spirit is bringing that through. Like, there's some kind of telltale sign that someone around you has already noticed. And so it's like you can go ahead and choose the future to unpack this now, because it's coming out no matter what. The change is being made no matter what, because the Tower moment would come if you chose to not discuss this. All right, let me get your crystal card out, and then we'll talk about those tarot, and we'll be out of here for the reading for the day. You know, like it's a class. I don't know. Do some of you have a class to get to? Are you sitting in class watching this right now? Okay. What is their crystal card for this time? A crystal that might help them to work with or speak to their situation. Ocean jasper. Ooh, look at that. Spirit is so funny. If you don't think Spirit is funny, I do. Okay. Schedule yourself in. Oh my gosh. Schedule yourself in. Okay. So we've been talking about the schedule since the top of this reading. Ocean jasper. You know, look into it. Look up the spiritual meaning online. See if there's anything that stands out to you, or about the properties of the stone, or those colors, or maybe some of you have seen an ocean jasper somewhere and you didn't know what it was, but now you do because you're seeing it here. Again, with the ocean here, this runs deep. And this is an important energy to you with this being a jasper stone. Okay, but schedule yourself in. So it's time to change up your schedule. It's time to integrate these other versions of yourself. It's time to incorporate the parts of your life that you have been hiding so they can be out in the open, so you can just schedule yourself in. All right, let's look at your tarot and head out of here. We've got Strength in the reverse. So you might be feeling like, oh, I can't do it. I can't tell them. I can't talk about this. I can't let everybody down. But you know what? You're always in your strength. Look at that infinity sign. You're always in your strength. And there's someone here who's willing to take on the load with you, share the burdens with you, talk to you, support you, receive you in the true version of yourself that you are. This is just time for this to come out. And I want you to look at this. Are you looking at that? Doesn't that look like a candle burning at both ends of the stick? And doesn't that look like another candle burning at both ends of the stick? Oh my goodness. Isn't that what we're talking about here? And everything is reflected as above, so below. Wow. I don't know. It's pretty crazy to me if it's not crazy to you. The number 21 could be significant, Spirit is saying to some of you, but that's also that, like that Three of Wands energy. If you add it together, it's time to move forward on this thing. So Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, you've been dragging your feet. You've just been like, nope, never going to tell, never going to change the schedule, just going to keep going along. And Spirit is saying, yeah, not so much. The World card is here. You're going to get that cold water splashed on your face, or you can bring this up yourself. But it is time to do so. How can you do it? That's what we were asking about. Well, you're supported by the universe to do so. Looking at it from another perspective with the eagle there, looking at it from another perspective, trusting in your own strength. You've got the lion and the lion. Leaning on someone who is important to you. There is someone for some of you that you could talk to in your life to help support you through this, but kind of just getting in that fiery energy with the Aries represented there and the Knight of Swords ripping the Band-Aid off. And they showed me that earlier, like I said, with some hair coming off with it. I know it's a crazy message, but you know, Spirit, they get wild like that. They just want to tell us the truth. So who am I but a messenger? Okay, so Knight of Swords, the advice from Spirit is to rip it off like the Band-Aid. And they're acknowledging that some hair might come off with it, but you got to ask yourself, if the Band-Aid's already on there, right? So you already have the wounded situation, okay? Well, you got to get the Band-Aid off because you can't live with it for the rest of your life. So you got to take it off. And if the hair is connected to it because you've let it sit there for so long that some hair grew up under there and got connected to it, is what Spirit is saying is, well, if you go slowly, well, it's going to hurt like hell the whole time that you're dragging it out. Or you can just brace yourself and rip that Band-Aid off, or even ask someone else to rip the Band-Aid off for you, okay? Because there is someone coming through here, whether it be a spiritual team person, or someone physical in your life, like one true friend that you touch, or a friend from this version of your life that can come into this other side and help you communicate what's been going on, or maybe they give you some advice about how they communicated to their family and friends when they had to come forward with this information. All right, but Spirit is saying the sooner the better. Now is the time, and ripping the Band-Aid off. Confirmed here again, this looking like kind of a little medical kit and a healing. It's like, just make the announcement, just say it, just call the person, just tell the person, just change the schedule, let them know, just speak up, and don't delay it, and don't deliver it in doses. They're saying tell it all at once. Like, don't be like, oh, I need to take one thing off of my schedule. No, you need to take everything off your schedule. Or you need to take 5 things off your schedule. You're going to have to figure it out. Like, you have to tell the truth. Rip the Band-Aid off. I don't know. I might need to title this Rip the Band-Aid Off. I think I might. But Judgment, it's time to do this now. Spirit is with you. They're making this announcement to you so that you can make this announcement to everybody else. But remember, it's up to you. It's up to you, collective. All right. I'm leaving you there. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.